Hi, I'm Ken Lee, Design Director.
I'm Daniel Jimenez, Exterior Designer.
I'm Antonio Manzari, Interior Designer.
And Nicole Fonseca, Color and Materials Designer.
Our goal for this project is to create a vision for the future of Nissan Design language. So as the market is heading more towards crossovers being mainstream, we feel that the four-door sedan has an opportunity to be something special, something more stylish, more expressive. In the past, we've done cars like the Maxima, the Murano, which are very expressive, very sculptural, and we wanted to take this to the next level, to be even more tailored, to have a higher level of quality, and in this case, we have very sharp and tailored character lines on the body, but at the same time is contrasted with twisting dynamic surfacing, creating a very interesting harmony. So this is our vision for our future form language for Nissan.
The goal of the front face of the Vmotion 2.0 concept was to evoke the Vmotion grille. This is a key signature to Nissan design language. As you can see, we have this beautifully sculpted metal piece. It's kind of almost like a V fuselage. What we call this is the Vmotion structure. This starts out in the front and resonates to the body and the volumes of the vehicle. Also, in the front grille, we have these beautiful crystal-like radar sensors. They act as a beautiful sculptural piece, but they're highly functional. And this is a hint of our Nissan intelligent mobility. On the headlamps of the Vmotion 2.0 concept, the boomerang signature is another key signature for Nissan design language. As you can see, usually it's depicted as a two-dimensional form, but this time we wanted to really give it a lot of dimension. So we have these beautiful crystals in here to show high-tech feeling, but also this headlight acts visually as an air intake. On the body side, we have one of Nissan's key form languages, and this is called emotional geometry. We have some of the surfaces and volumes coming from the front end of the Vmotion grille and twisting onto the body side. This has a very tense and almost as if it's going through a high pressure speed. It twists, it's almost like two planes converging and pulling at the same time. You can see it going very beautifully over the rear fenders and cutting off at the rear corner. This gives it a very slick design and also a sense of aero efficiency. As like the front end, we have our taillights that also evoke the boomerang signature. Visually, we have this almost as it's an air outlet. So in the front, we have the cool air rushing in, and then visually and conceptually, we have air screaming out almost like a supersonic airplane. On the rear end also, you can see on the bottom, we have very high-tech crystals like you see in the front of the Vmotion grille. This also contains a lot of the radars and sensors for our intelligent mobility, for our autonomous drive. In the rear, you can also see almost like a smartphone camera. This is also contributes to our 360 view rear view monitor that we use on all our Nissan products. Proportionally, the Vmotion 2.0 concept evokes an extended cabin, and this is to provide a lot of interior roominess, but also to create a very unique silhouette for this concept. As you can see, it's stretched out, a big aperture for the rear passenger, and then you can also see this almost a structural beauty element. There's this C-pillar that floats off, and there's a wraparound rear screen under there. This also evokes advanced precision and engineering for Nissan. As the doors open, you can look at almost each individual door panel, and each one also evoke the concept of emotional geometry, as if you can just take this and it itself is a piece of art.
The overall theme for interior was really evoking what we call the gliding wing. It's basically a theme that in Nissan interiors has been used for a while now, and it's consisting of this really thin wing, what we call the wing, the IP, that stretches from left to right in the widest possible manner. So you can see this really, we wanted to enhance this really beautiful finisher in copper, and showing this really thin ventilation, and integrating the display, the long display, into the center, from the center to the driver, so the information flows back and forth between the two. At the same time, one of the key features of the interior, which I actually personally like very much, is the bridge, the console bridge. We really want to create a spine, if you will, of the interior that connects the front to the back. And same with technology, it's almost like the seamless connectivity. It goes from the information goes from the display to the rear display that you can see from the rear seats. into a seamless flow. So
Okay.
every passenger shares the same information. Another key feature of the interior is this beautiful floor, which we try to keep as fluid as possible. We use the warm material as the Brano wood. It's something that you'll find normally in your living room, and we want to make this interior as an extension of your living room. So we really wanted this floor to go fluid all the way through the car and inside, and then having the console being the bridge, which basically emphasizes the shape of the floor, and it creates this cozy and warmth and openness feel for the whole passengers, for the people occupying the vehicle. The shape of the seats is very important. Actually, they're having this free-floating, thin, very beautiful the seats. They're kind of floating off the floor. Again, it was a sense of lightweight, this uplifting feel, and that's what we really wanted to enforce in the interior, is having this really generalistically this roomy feel, at the same time lightweight, and with a lot of negative space where you really can see through the elements and nothing gets lost into big blocks of space.
So the reason why we used a high contrast interior colorway is because we really wanted to bring the spaciousness and elegance to the interior. We decided to use a feather gray, really light, like your interior home, and also the midnight black, which is a blue black, to give a really good contrast to the feather gray. We wanted to introduce a copper and also satin chrome, mixing metals very similar to what you do in fashion and interior home trend. We got inspired for the seat pattern from fashion and handbag. We decided to use this special quilting, which is actually threadless quilting. So what happens is you laminate the leather, which gives that pillow effect where you don't see the thread on the seat. So we really wanted it to look comfortable and something you can sit in, but very durable and functional for everyday use. The reason why we decided to put an organic perforation on the instrument panel is because usually this is the area where you would have genuine wood. But because it's an area where you would like to touch, we wanted to use a beautiful material that you could reach out and feel a supple touch. So we decided to use an organic wood perforation panel, which is also carried into the doors and into the speaker pattern. The reason we used beautiful Zebrano wood is because we really wanted to bring warmth to the interior, to the flooring, and also the insert of the door panels. We wanted to give a sense of natural element to the interior of the car. The wing, the copper accent onto the door, and then the base is like the skeleton of the seat. So the copper is used in those areas to give the real base of the car, and then the materials are softly applied on the front. We got the inspiration to use this carbon fiber for the roof because we really wanted to give the car some kind of reflection to the top and also show the beautiful shape and line that comes naturally for the pillars.